Kisiuk Kukiet, Kisiuk Wisdom, Kisiuk Quiet, Kapinishkish, Kanshuke Tishmiet. Good morning, good afternoon, and in my case right now as I'm recording this, good evening. I'm just getting home from an amazing weekend that I had in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I went out there this weekend for their Manitowabi festival. Also, I went there for the Powwow, which I really truly enjoyed. And that's what I kind of want to talk about today, is about the Powwow and what I realized, what I missed. And it also kind of ties into this sweater I'm wearing right now. And it's from Red Rebel Armor, Red Rebel Apparel. They're Indigenous owned. And as I was walking around talking to people and, just what you're supposed to do at a powwow is to celebrate life and to come together and to talk with people you haven't seen in a long time. And it was nice because I haven't seen some people that I saw at this powwow since 2019, since the whole pre-pandemic. Some of these people I haven't seen in a very, very long time. So it was amazing to be able to just say, hey, hug people and just enjoy the moment. And there is a virus and stuff like that going around still, but with my own beliefs on this thing, and most people, I understand, they're fed up with it, right? They're just fed up with it and kind of want to move forward with life. And it was crazy how the little things, just like hugging someone, you miss, just that appreciation of someone else in the world who was gifted with life another day. They were granted another day in this world. And it was just amazing to catch up with people that I haven't talked to in so long. And Indigenous people have always thrived on community. Depending on where you come from, what tribe, what nation, there were things that were different but similar. And what Red Rebel is doing is phenomenal. We had a good time to talk for a few minutes, and because there was other people there shopping and wanting to buy merch, which is nice to see. And I really like how they have what they have on here, because a lot of this stuff is natural medicines. And their goal, they were founded in 2018, and they're Indigenous led. They're a social enterprise. It's all Indigenous made, all their clothing. And their main goal is to, with the income that they make from the sales on the merch, they actually give back to the community, and they return it by giving it back to people that are coming out of the criminal justice system. Because we're so quick to judge people that we don't stop and look at people with compassion to understand that, we are all born innocent in this world. You, me, everyone around you, we're all born innocent. We are born with that pure, innocent soul. And our upbringing, they say the first 7 years of your life will most likely play out the rest of your life. That's what shifts and shapes you and molds you, is your first 7 years of your life. you're in, I think it's a delta state. Your brain waves are naturally, for the first 7 years, I believe you're in a delta state. That's where you're learning and you're soaking everything up. You're like a big sponge, and you're that's what's going to create your future, basically. And that's one thing that the government understood and the church understood, is that they couldn't get to us through our adults. They couldn't get to us through our matriarchs and our warriors. So what they did is they went around that whole thing, and they started to do what is known as the 60s scoop and the residential school era. They started to take these little children from almost babies to try to mold them into what they wanted to see from us. And that was going on for decades. And it takes time to be able to heal from these things. It takes time to be able to, grow through situations. And everyone grows on their own pace. The way I grow is a lot different than how you grow. And so on and so on. And it's so quick and easy to judge someone by not understanding where they're at in life. Never judge someone by the chapter you walked in on their life, because you don't know the whole story to it. And with community, that's how us Indigenous people thrived for many years, by being supported by communities. But if you're in the justice system, I was fortunate enough not have to go through that system, but there isn't a lot of opportunities to be able to heal in those situations. And if you're not having access to be able to overcome your traumas, to work on them, to heal, like when you're at a powwow, you're there to heal. You're there to give medicine and receive medicine. You're there to heal. You're there to come together as a community, to celebrate life, to laugh, to cry, to enjoy the moment and be there, to dance, to heal. And that's what was, really, really inspired this talk for this podcast this week, is that people that are in the criminal system, a lot of them will never be able to get that chance when they get out to heal, because they're getting judged so quick. They don't have the access to the resources to be able to help heal from these traumas that they've, endured. And I'm not trying to say what some of these people have done were wrong. I'm not overlooking that fact. But I'm trying to look at these situations with compassion, to understand, why did those people do the things they did to end up in the system like that? What was their upbringing like? And being Indigenous, I've mentioned it before, you're born into trauma. You are literally born into trauma. And that's what has happened to these people that are in and out of the criminal system. And I have a sister. She's half Blackfoot and she's half Tanaka. We share the same father. And when she was younger, I remember she ended up moving back with her mom back to Lethbridge, Alberta. And Lethbridge, Alberta is kind of a rougher city, a rougher town as well for Indigenous people. And through Facebook and social media, we've been able to stay in touch with each other, which is amazing. But for some time there, I didn't hear from her. And then after our father had passed away, not too long ago, she finally messaged me because she read my messages, and she too was, in the criminal system. She was in jail, and she's been in and out of jail some time now. And she's a good person. She just had a rough life growing up, like myself. I think she had it worse than I had it, though. I was fortunate enough to be blessed with a family who adopted me that gave me a loving home. But she wasn't fortunate enough because her mom, I never met her mom. Her mom passed away before I got to meet her, but I know that she had a rough life as well. So I would really, really love it. I don't ask much from people. I'm going to provide the link below in the description to their Instagram handle. Go check out their merch. Help support them. Help break the cycle of this intergenerational trauma. Because if these people that are in these systems, when they come out, they're going to end up back where they came from. And I have family that I know of that struggle with life, and they're in and out of the system, the criminal justice system, in and out of jail. And some people are just so far to try to reach that you just have to lead by example. But there are people out there that want help. They just don't have the resources to be able to get those. And like I mentioned, Indigenous people, we thrive on community. And that's what powwows are about. Powwows are about bringing the community together, about helping heal that community that is hosting that powwow, to help the ones that are traveling there that need healing as well, the ones that are in the stands watching, the ones that are dancing. So I'm gonna leave this podcast a little short and sweet because I'm pretty exhausted, but I'm super grateful because I had an amazing time just catching up with people and laughing and joking and healing and just being in the moment. And it was nice because of the arena that the powwow was in. Most of the time I only had 3G and my internet was slow, so it was nice because I actually just had a chance to hang out and talk and chat and meet and see people I haven't seen since the pandemic, right? And I heard something very interesting, that 4 hugs a day will keep the doctor away. There is so much power in hugging people. It releases certain chemicals in your body that make you happy, make you feel loved, make you feel, accepted, because we're all tribal people. We all want to be accepted in some form. We all want to be loved. We all want to love. And when you hug people, it releases that, it releases chemicals in your brain that make you happy. So if you have the opportunity to hug people, hug people as much as you can. 4 hugs a day keeps the doctor away, and that's a cool saying. And if you don't have the opportunity to hug people, then hug yourself. It does the same thing. Your brain, if I sit here and hug myself, I get that feeling. Yeah, you may look silly, but just do it in your own home, in the private of your own place. But your brain can't tell when you're joking or not, when you're not joking. So that's why I've talked about before about being mindful, and that's how you talk to yourself and how you present things to yourself, because your mind can't decipher what is reality and what is a joke. So if you don't have the opportunity to hug anyone, hug yourself. Give yourself some love. Another good trick to support yourself is go to the mirror, smile, and high five yourself. I've been doing that also for some time now, and it's allowed me to build more confidence in who I am as a person. It makes me feel happy about myself. I'll look at myself and I'll high five myself. I'll look at something and pick something out and be happy about it, and I'll high five myself. Like if you're watching this on YouTube right now, I got some bushy braids right now, but I'm happy that my bushy braids mean that I had an amazing time at the powwow. I washed my hair and everything, but it just sometimes gets bushy. So please go check out Red Rebel Armor. Support them, because you're also helping break intergenerational trauma by getting them the funds to be able to help people that are looking for help but don't know where to find it. I'm going to end this one now. Sukani for tuning in. Sukani for checking out Red Rebel Armor. I hope you had an amazing week. I will see you next Wednesday on my Wealthy Warriors on Winnegate Dagas. And remember, everything always happens for the right reasons. Take care. See you next Wednesday.